Joining us now is OjyOkpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Jenix.
I made it. Good morning. How are you, Dr. Abati? Good morning, Rufai.
Good morning, Oji. How are you?
Great. Well, congratulations to you both on your amazing award. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Really.
Yeah.
Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending with reactions trailing the endorsement of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, by Reuben Fasoranti, a founding father and former national leader of pan-Yoruba group Afenifere. Well, on Sunday, the Afenifere leader hosted the APC flag bearer at his country home in Akure and offered his blessings ahead of the 2023 poll. Fasoranti's support for Tinubu comes weeks after Pa Ayo Adebanjo, another founding father and current leader of the Yoruba group, endorsed the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. Adebanjo had said that his support for Obi was based on the principle of equity and federal character as enshrined in the Constitution. Well, earlier on this year, Tinubu had accused Adebanjo of turning Afenifere into his personal estate as acting leader. Tinubu received a warm welcome at the airport by other leaders of the organization in Akure, the Ondo state capital. Well, Dr. Abati, Twitter user Ogozion, while responding to the headline on the Nation newspaper, was asking both of us actually, please help me clarify how many Afenifere group the Yoruba people have. Dr. Abati, you will need to answer that question. Well, this is another tweet from Okafo, who wrote, "Stop deceiving people. This is not Afenifere. Where is Pa Adebanjo, the current leader of Afenifere? Tinubu is fond of dividing any group that don't support him. First, it was Agbado bishops. Now, money bag Afenifere. Pa Fasoranti is no longer the leader of Afenifere. Why do you lie?" Well, another user wrote, Tinubu should have visited Pa Fasoranti without attaching Afenifere because that group to me is irrelevant and must not be entertained. Pa Adebanjo has never supported APC in both 2015 and 2019, and we won hands down. Dr. Abati, over to you. Well, a lot of harsh reactions.
As I said earlier on, we've not had the last on this.
Yes.
What is clear is that it's what looks like a division in Afenifere with regard to this 2023 presidential election and the direction in which the group should go. Before now, what we were told was that the Afenifere had endorsed Peter Obi of the Labour Party on the grounds of equity and justice. And we asked Chief Shola Ebisheni, the General Secretary of Afenifere, on this program, who, when interrogated, insisted that that was the position of the Afenifere group. And in several media interviews, Pa Ayo Adebanjo himself had defended that position. Now, with this latest development, the visit of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the leader of the Afenifere, Pa Reuben Fasoranti, is leader of Afenifere. Pa Ayo Adebanjo is acting leader. So, are we also dealing with a leadership issue here? Because somebody sent me WhatsApp messages and so I was saying, okay, if there is the leader, if there is national acting leader, is there difference in terms of opinion? 3, the question you then ask is, okay, when Pa Ayo Adebanjo publicly spoke about Peter Obi, was he expressing a personal opinion? That's a question to ask. 3, if you look at the event in Akure at Pa Reuben Fasoranti's place, there were prominent Afenifere members there. Chief Olufalaye was there. Other leaders were there. Chief Olufalaye, clearly I saw him. There was also the organizing secretary of the party, who was also there, Abagun Kole Omolulu. I saw him there. There was Senator Yola Omishore. There was also Governor Sheyi Makinde's representative, Chief Lawal, who came to represent Governor Makinde. Does it mean that Governor Makinde is now supporting the APC presidential candidate and not the PDP presidential candidate? You know, so all of this, you know, are things that we should note. Chief Shola Ebisheni, of course, was not there. Papayo Adebanjo also was not there. So I think the way to resolve this matter is for Afenifere as a body to come forward and issue a statement, a clarification. Because Papayo Adebanjo now has said the position of Afenifere is sacrosanct, that Afenifere is endorsing Peter Obi. Some other people have reported that at that event, that Reuben Fasoranti not only prayed for Tinubu, he told him that you will be president in 2023. So it's a bit confusing. Mixed signals coming from Afenifere. So, one, for Afenifere to issue a clarification officially, because someone else sent me a message saying there was never a meeting where it was decided that Afenifere will endorse Peter Obi. So what is the position of the Afenifere? Now, there are two Afenifere groups. There's Afenifere Renewal Group, but this is the main Afenifere, the main socio-political group. Now, after that clarification, we'll know exactly the position. The Peter Obi group, the campaign group, has already issued a statement saying, oh, Peter Obi was in fact endorsed and that Adebanjo's position is the authentic position. In politics, you have endorsements. It's not wrong for a group to say we have endorsed somebody. But at the end of the day, that 2023 election should be determined on the weight of the choice, the informed choice of the average Nigerian. It's not for a group or a church to tell you this is how you should think. No, that's called group thinking. That's not the purpose of democracy. Democracy is about informed choice. And the reason you have that PVC is to convince yourself that you are making an informed choice. Because if you make the wrong choice, you'll pay for it.
No, sir, Dr. Bati. We shall take another story. Over the weekend, controversial Islamic cleric Shiek Ahmad Gumi was trending after stating during an interview that the Naira Redesign policy by the Central Bank of Nigeria will make kidnappers resort to dollars for ransom. Gumi also stated that the new policy will cast economic woes and will result in a cash crunch for its citizens, which will in turn affect 80% of Nigerians, especially rural people who depend on cash transactions, and that what Nigeria needs is a free market-driven economy with minimal cash flow control. Gumi, in responding to one of the reasons the CBN gave for introducing the redesign policy, which is to starve kidnappers of cash, said that the kidnappers will only resort to dollars and other hard currencies for their demands, which will further put pressure on the ailing economy. His comment comes as President Muhammadu Buhari on Sunday said that reasons given to him by the Central Bank of Nigeria convinced him that the economy stood to benefit from reduction of inflation, currency counterfeiting, and the excess cash in circulation. Well, let's take some reactions. This is from Igwe, who wrote, Gumi is inadvertently telling the CBN and the federal government to consider the plight of kidnappers in their quest to change the currency. This should clearly tell the security where the interest and loyalty of Gumi is. This is a huge red flag. He should be arrested immediately. Well, another user there goes, I believe this man is saying the truth here. Let this government do cashless policy, though it's going to affect a lot of unemployed youth that base their life on only POS business. But I think that it's best not to change the Naira texture. I believe that's what this man is trying to say. Rufai, over to you.
I mean, what position does Shiek Gumi have to be saying that kidnappers will now start demanding in dollars? Does he want them to demand in dollars? I mean, the federal
Wait, what do you mean? Does he want them to demand in dollars?
Yeah. Well, so why is he signaling that this will lead them to start demanding in dollars? Is that the kind of country we're running now? The federal government has made a policy to be able to mop up money in the system, inflation. Yeah. So it is not for you to say kidnappers. Why advocating for the kidnappers? If you had made it, oh, it will lead to a rush for dollar for people that want to use it. Why must the kidnappers part be part of it? That's the question. And it's things like this that make a lot of people, you know, get pushed back when Shiek Gumi said, okay, yes, I want peace, I want that, I'm talking to kidnappers. Why is it always about the kidnappers and the bandits' interest here? Is it a good thing that kidnappers are even demanding dollars in the first place in this country? So why this talk about it will only make kidnappers demanding dollars? Don't they even demand in dollars and euro in the first place? Is it not a good thing that we have a country that pay kidnappers?
All right. Dr. Bati.
Shiek Gumi expressing an opinion. As a citizen, yes, he can express an opinion. But the last time we checked, what we know is that Shiek Gumi's area of expertise is medicine. He's a medical doctor. He served in the Nigerian army, rose to the rank of a captain before becoming, an Islamic leader. Okay, so, but as a citizen, it's good for him. It's okay if he expresses an opinion. But what I see in this is that many of the people who have been expressing an opinion one way or the other about this policy proposal by the CBN, they don't even understand what it is all about. They've not made an effort to attempt to understand it. And so you've had all kinds of people speaking from all kinds of perspectives, including the Minister of Finance herself, who just decided to express an opinion, that has been dismissed by the CBN and has also been dismissed by the President of Nigeria. So you see a lot of ignorance at the highest levels, either in society or even in government. So I think the major thing is that the communications department of the CBN probably still has a lot to do in terms of public enlightenment. We have been inviting the experts to come and explain, but they are analysts. They give their opinion. But the CBN probably still needs to continue to explain to the public because so many issues have been raised. It's not just enough for the CBN to lay out the policy and to say this is how you go about it. Now that it is being discussed, they should take a look at some of the concerns that have been expressed and remind people that the currency in Nigeria is in Naira, it's not dollar. Dollar is not our national currency. But the way everybody talks about dollar is in itself an indication of the serious distortions within the economy. That is part of the problem.
Absolutely. We'll take our final story by highlighting a video now trending on social media showing appreciation for Nigerian soldiers who have fought to protect the country. Let's take a look.
It is our job as your armed forces to stay away on standby to visit violence on those who want to harm you or cause chaos in the land.
It is your job to sleep peacefully at night, while rugged men like us are awake to ensure peace prevails in the land.
Patriotic Nigerians, it's our duty to always protect you, come rain, come shine.
But it's your responsibility to keep us motivated, show the armed forces love, and support us in these daring times.
Our selfless love for our dear nation is inexplicable, but as always, we need your support.
last, we go do all right.
Love our country! Love our country!
Salute to our fallen comrades who paid the supreme price. Salute to our wounded soldiers whose loyalty to our dear country, Nigeria, remains unwavering. Salute to our gallant troops who stand solidly loyal to the oath of allegiance we all took upon answering this call. Salute to our families who cry themselves to sleep, not knowing if we will ever return. Salute to the thousands of our children not fulfilled in their childhood memories because we chose love for country above everything else. Salute to you, patriotic Nigerians. Keep up the faith and the love of country.
Don't go to war.
Even when death stared me in the face, I stepped back, knowing fully well that my duty to Nigeria comes first.
She said, why do you play?
Even after we smell death, we try to maintain a sense of normality.
Despite all we have gone through in Maiduguri, Bama and other parts of states for the love of the country, I have no regrets to be a soldier.
Please don't go.
Truth is, no soldier prays for war. In fact, a true soldier prays for peace. For it is the soldier who suffers and bears the wounds and scars of war like mine.
We can never become whole again, but last, we will still be bound.
Kudos to our gallant Nigerian soldiers for everything that they have done for the country.
Yes, well, I mean, that video particularly
was a very important
was a good one, and I had been doing a lot with part of them. It's called Tribute to Our Troops. They've had a series of coordinated events, you know, like talent showcase in various military camps all over the country, you know, to be able to showcase the talent. And I think they are seeking partnership for another one, you know, as the tale of the year comes. You know, great acts were discovered in the barracks, musical performances, comedians and the likes, and a lot of them. And I think everybody should go out there, you know, to support them with a tribute to our troops.
Well said, Rufai.
Yeah.
Thank you both for your great analysis, as always. That's all I have for you on What's Trending today. I'll see you tomorrow.